This is the social on talkSPORT 2 at the Oladipo in LA,
Ooh.
which is still kind of crazy to be here. I can't lie to you. It's surreal. I'm still a bit jet lagged. My times are all over the place, but we've got a couple of legends in the building, and that's what it's all about. By the way,
I don't know if legend is right for me.
One second.
One of them's a legend.
The
other guy's a legend's friend.
the voice of Will Gavin there, who clearly isn't a legend. A legend in the talkSPORT 2 towers, but clearly not worldwide like the other two. But can I just say, this radio media row thing is ridiculous. I haven't seen anything like it. And look, me and Osi were going back and forth, and I was like, yeah. You know, Super Bowl is big, but I mean, come on, it ain't it ain't that big. I mean, it ain't Champions League and FA Cup final. And I even said it's not the Olympic 100-meter final. Also, I want to apologise to him face to face. Can I do that? Can I I just want to apologise face to face and say, I got it wrong. I'm sorry. I got it wrong.
I was listening to, Ade speaking with Roy, and I was like, wow, the disrespect. the utter contempt and the disrespect for the Super Bowl. They were talking about Cheltenham and
Rory said Cheltenham.
Oh my gosh.
Cheltenham Festival is bigger than the Super Bowl.
What?
Yeah, Jace, that's what he said.
Man didn't know what he didn't know.
But at least now you know.
I know, and we've not even had the Super Bowl on Sunday yet, and I already know it's bigger than everything I mentioned. So this is crazy. Honestly, this is an experience that I don't even know. I went to the stadium yesterday and I was like, and being from London, obviously, I compare it to the Tottenham Stadium because that's like the new big one. And I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. Yeah, when it's like 3-4 times bigger than the Tottenham Stadium, we have a problem. we have a problem. But this is incredible. Is it still like, you guys obviously come to the Super Bowls all the time. Is it still crazy for you when you come and still experience this?
For me, not so much anymore. Obviously I played in them. I've won 2, if you don't know.
I kind of know.
Okay, that's on him.
Has anybody told you that?
feeling disrespected right now.
If you want a dinner reservation, I got the guy.
What's that club we're trying to get into?
No, I'm kidding, man. I think anytime you come and you see the spectacle and you understand all the things and all the hard work that goes into it, and you just see how massive it is, right? It opens your eyes, and no matter how many times you've been to it, every time you get that same feeling because it really just is an incredible time.
Even for you, Jace, as well?
Yeah, I mean, each year I'm just surprised on what the energy does to me. Every time you're here, it's just, for me, I'm like a kid again. I'm like, I can't believe I'm at the Super Bowl. I can't believe I'm seeing all these different players and the culmination of the whole year, getting ready for the game. It's just, to me, it truly is like, how am I here? Why am I this lucky? And I feel that every year. It never gets old.
And you know what it is? Again, comparing it to like English sports, I'm seeing actors, musicians, WWE superstars as well. So it's like everyone turns out for the Super Bowl.
They want it to be an experience, and they want you to leave with that feeling. And I think anybody who comes here, Radio Row, into the fan experience, you get that feeling, and it's pretty incredible. And like just going back to what Jason and Osi were saying before, obviously these guys are legends, been playing for years, and like getting those butterflies in your stomach that I'm sure you got all throughout your playing career. I think the second you lose that, you think, actually, maybe this isn't for me anymore.
Yeah.
So I know we're all so excited that you still feel that way, and we love having you here.
It's amazing for the players, right? I mean, think about what they're going through right here, and like their destiny is a week away. We talk about Osi. Osi had an amazing career. I mean, his name is up in the stadium in New York, but what do they say? 2-time Super Bowl champion. I mean, and all those players are that close, and they feel that pressure, and it's just amazing how they're able to handle that and then go out there and treat it like any other game and try to make it happen.
Did you see the headline from NBC New York when Tom Brady retired, which just said, 22-year veteran beaten by the Giants twice in the Super Bowl, retires from the NFL.
That was the line.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I found that hilarious.
When you saw that news, you must have had, Osi, a bunch of people asking you about this since, and we saw your interaction with Tom last year around the Bucks, but there's got to be a little bit of you that's like, yeah, he's retired, yeah, he's a legend, Hall of Famer, everything else, but still beat him twice.
Yeah, definitely. I do make some jokes about that all the time because obviously we did defeat them in the biggest game, possible. But at the end but seriously, at the end of the day, what he has meant to the game of football and what this guy was able to accomplish, unprecedented. I don't think we'll ever see anything quite like him again. He was just he's a legend and the GOAT. They call him the GOAT for a reason. But I did.
See, I'm here twice. You know, I'm happy that I'm not. See, I'm here in the position of not the NFL aficionado. So when you say the greatest of all time, obviously NFL player, what about in the magnitude of sports?
Yeah.
Like, where is Tom Brady compared to a Michael Jordan, compared to a Usain Bolt, compared to a Messi, Ronaldo? Talk to me.
Well, for me, because I wholeheartedly believe that the quarterback position is the hardest position to play in sport. And if you know the way the NFL is set up, and if you know the things that are done to make sure that everybody is, has parity and has the ability to win games, the fact that he was able to do it for so long, right? So many times, won so many big games, and then left New England where all the talk was about Bill Belichick, and went to Tampa Bay and won again.
I love the way everyone around's nodding. Like, everyone's like,
they know.
This is the truth. Everyone's like,
that was the storyline, right? Can he do it on his own? And he proved it.
So for me, he's got to be the greatest, I wouldn't say athlete, but the greatest sports person in the history of the game,
That's kind of what you said as well, didn't you, Will, when I asked you?
You had a go at me. I think the difference is he doesn't have the cultural impact of Jordan or Ali or someone like that because he was so focused on the sport. He didn't necessarily, and I think with those guys as well, and I'm the wrong person at the table to say this, but you look at those guys and you think about how important they were to black culture as well. Like, it's not a lot of white people going, Tom Brady really represents us. Like, that's not what it's about. So I think culturally he's not as important as a lot of those other people. But what he achieved is just ridiculous.
I think it takes time to look at how people, how they fit into the culture of, that time that they played. You don't really have those discussions until they're far removed from the sport. It's in my opinion. So, when you look at Michael Jordan and what he's done, you can look back and you can think of that whole time in its entirety and say, wow, this is where his footprint was and his significance.
And I think we've been pretty spoiled. I mean, Brady is synonymous with football. If you're not, yes, in the U.S., but outside of the U.S., you can talk to someone that knows nothing about it, and they're like, oh, Brady, that's a guy, right? So that's already a start to creating your legacy. But you're spot on with that, Jason, in terms of in years from now, we've almost been spoiled right now, right? Having Brady and seeing what he's done year after year. But in years from now, when we see there's nobody coming and meeting what he's achieved, I think that's really where the legacy kicks in.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be interesting. You look at all these young quarterbacks, and we talk about all the skill set, but are they going to be able to sustain health-wise to do what he's done? And that's the significance of his career. The sacrifice he made off the field to get prepared and to do that year after year is amazing. I always say this and people think I'm just talking because it's Osi and he's my guy, but the way he prepared and the discipline it took to go out there and perform like he did each year was the sacrifice he made. Other people in New York, they didn't live the lifestyle Osi did, and because he lived like that, he was able to perform on the field. A lot of people can't sacrifice.
And that's why it's a two-time Super Bowl champion.
Twice.
Bam,
That's
count
why.
it.
Twice.